Hello. I don't believe we formally met. It's crazy because we've been together 31 years but aren't well acquainted yet. People call me different names and I perform a plethora of functions, but allow me to clear a few things up to eradicate assumptions. I am your heart, strong, experienced, one of a kind. No, not the beating organ that keeps you alive. He lives down below, while I reside in your mind. Do you remember me now? I thought that might help. After all, we are one and everything you've underwent, I felt. Man, I remember a time when things were so simple and uncomplicated. Oh, how I long to just go back to the basics. I remember a time you used to laugh until it hurt. And if you chuckled too hard, this weird thing would happen where you let out a snort or a burp. It amazes me how you people work. But unfortunately, as you aged, your laughter was replaced with pain. I had your back though. I decorated your face with bright eyes, grins, and $1,000,000 smiles while I quietly was suffering on the inside. It became a familiar habitation, and more than a few times out of the year, I travel and take you with me on this dreadful and uninviting vacation. But we aren't here to discuss that per se, because I'd hate to get lost in nostalgia on a trip down memory lane. So, moving on to something much more light. That day, you turned in your scarlet letter for a garment of white. A refreshing, how do you say? Blessing on your baptism day. We conducted major spring cleaning and threw so many thoughts away. Which brings me to why I'm reaching out. I'm starting to find random thoughts around the house. I follow your lead, so whatever you desire, I supply, but I'm afraid you may have forgotten the expense that is required. See, sin, it starts with your eyes. Then they deliver it to me. I take it and transform it into something I know you'll like, and I present it to thee. Whatever you decide to do with it, well, that's on you, but remember, if it hurts you, it hurts me too. Hold up now. Now don't put it all on me. You had a choice. I can't operate against my nature, but you could have listened to that still small voice. Yeah, I'm deceitful and desperately wicked, but let's not pretend that I didn't portend with my blatant convictions. I'm a product of my environment and consumption furthermore, and I only possess those characteristics you mentioned before when you decide to behave outside of God's law. Now you want to blame me for all your bad decisions? How many times do I have to break for you to listen? Look, I didn't wake you up out of your sleep to bicker and stuff. All I'm saying is don't trim your ways to seek love. You taught me that verse in Jeremiah, by the way. Things are nice now, and that's how I want it to stay. You might have the luxury to forget, but I know the signs and I can see the threat. This is all I'm saying. You possess virtue and beauty. Don't let anyone convince you that you aren't worthy. Made in the image of the Elohim, royalty runs through your veins and compassion is the fabric of your existence. But don't let that be a reason you get caught out here slipping. You are the prize, the good thing for the one who will seek and who will find. That's not your job, purpose, or role. So refrain from operating out of order and meekness because the world tells you to be bold. That ain't you. That's not us. And everything outside of His will is your own lust. Don't allow me to be the cause of your deceit. Break the cycle of disappointment. Don't rinse and repeat. Don't see what you want to believe or credit too soon. Words without actions were never kind to you. And don't get caught up in an idea that may never come to fruition. You've done that in the past and it left us both in derision. surmountable obstacles we have overcome, and you've made a tremendous amount of progress. But you know where our weak point is, and we have to remain cautious. Shattering the glass of what we want and what could be. I know it hurts, but believe me, it's better to be safe than sorry. Better yet, it's better to be righteous than wrong. Cleave to the Most High, praise His name, and sing His songs. War is on the horizon, and you don't want to be distracted. Armor up, eyes front, and guard with your life the salvation He granted. That's all I wanted to say. And I really, really do hope my advice you'll take, because truthfully, I don't think we can survive another heartbreak.